So today I'm going to show you guys something that makes your life very easy. We're going to use View Manager to simplify your models, your assemblies. We're going to use it to change your views and save specific views that you've got. And we are going to explode the assembly that you've got so that you can show them all the internal workings of your model, which helps obviously give you a bit of detail and make the customer see exactly what you're trying to show them on the inside. Cool. Enjoy, guys. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt your video. I just wanted to ask you, please hit the like and subscribe button. It's going to make it easier for me to share my content with you guys in the future, and it will make it so that you don't miss anything. Cool. So we're going to start with our orient first. So you have your orientation. This is your orientation tab. So you have your standard orientation. You have obviously your default orientation, which 90% of the time is the same as this. Then you have your normal back, you have your bottom, your front, your left, your right, and then your top. And then in this model I have actually saved my own view as well. So view. So how you want to do that, it's very simple. All you're going to do is you're going to orientate this the way you want it. Say I want it this way now, just as an example. Okay, and I say new. Okay, all I do is I say enter. Okay, because now I've already put it the way I want it. Okay, so if I'm gonna go now to view 1, yeah, like that, and I want to go back to the view I just had, all I do is a double click on view 2. So these also carry over to your actual drawings. If you guys watched the drawing video in the program in the series, where I show you select your view from your options menu, you can add these here and they will pop up on that menu, so that if you have a specific view you want to show on your drawing, then all you do is you select that view and it will turn it on your drawing the same as what you have here. Okay, so that's the one benefit. Then the other way you can do this is if I right click and I say redefine. Okay, I can also use my references, meaning I can select a front and a top. So as you see here, or I can select a back, or I can select whichever I want. So say I want to look at it from this side, okay, where this little green arrow is. Say, and I don't have a view for this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to select front, okay, select the little arrow, select the front, okay. Then it's going to jump automatically to your second reference, which would be your top. So obviously I need to have the top of this now, so I'm going to click there, and as you can see, it automatically turned it the way I wanted. So from here, once that's done and I'm happy with that, all I do is I say okay. Now if I go click on view 1, okay, if I go to view 2, back to the way I had it. Simple, easy. Now there are other ways to do this. If you right click again and you go redefine, we can also do this dynamic orient. So this one is quite, you can move it left and right, your pan, flat obviously, you can move it up, down, pan, which means it's not rotating at any point. Okay, then if you're selecting this, it's using the screen axis. So if my axis is there, it's going to rotate it on this point, yeah. So if I do this, or if I do this, as you can see, it's rotating there. But if I select this one and I rotate it, as you can see, it's using the points on there to rotate it accordingly. So it just depends which one I want. Okay, depends how you want it done. Okay, very simple, very easy. This is quite a nice feature as well, because you can put degrees in here. So if you wanted 45 degrees, we'll actually change it to 45 degrees. So if you have a specific amount of degrees you want, it's quite cool. You can also adjust your zoom here, so you can zoom in, zoom out. So for instance, say if I did that and I said okay now, and I click on view 1, as you can see there, but then if I click on view 2 again, see, so very, very nice feature. Like I said, you can just define it a few ways, and then your references, also obviously your model center, screen center, point. So there's all those options that you can also use to move it the way you want it. But I'm gonna put my name on the line here. I guarantee you'll probably only use these two 99% of the time, because these are the ones that actually help you the best, get it to the point where you want to see properly. So those are going to be the main ones you're going to use anyway. And then all you're going to do then, when you're done with this, you're going to say close, you're going to say save, say okay, and when you open it now in your drawing version, so say I go my drawing now. Oh, don't have a drawing, sorry, we'll have to make one quickly. Let's go drawing. I'm just going to call it 1. This is just so I can show you guys what I was talking about with the menu. So now we are going to right click, insert general view, okay, paste. Okay, now as this menu, as I said, okay, you've got this now. So simple, here's your view you had. So what do? You double click there, it will orient it according to the view you had. Okay, it won't zoom here because obviously this is your drawing layout, so it won't change the zoom that you have to do on your scale at the bottom here, there on the scale. So it won't do that. If we change this to 0.3, then it's obviously a little bit bigger. So okay, so that's your orientation tab. Okay, so let's go back here quickly. Now on your view manager, your other one you have is your explode. Okay, which is also one that I have used multiple times. Is a nice feature and also very helpful. So what you're going to do is you're going to say new, you're going to say okay, because it's explode 1, unless you want to give it a name, because you can rename it as well. Say whatever, expand, whatever you may want to call it, I don't know. Expand. So then you're going to say right click, you're going to say edit position, or if you wanted to go to explode and back, you'd explode it, but I'll show you that now after this. So we're going to say edit position. Okay, now if I want to move just one part, say that part, okay, as you see there, it's given me a little block there, and it's given me these rods. Okay, so if I select this rod and I do that, it will move in that direction. If I select the other rod, move in that direction, and vice versa on all of them. Okay, so those are your main movements, obviously, but now you need to just be careful, because if you do this, okay, you need to be in the view that you want when you're doing this explode, because if I do that there, it does not mean that it is necessarily where I want it. It could be like that one actually wasn't bad now, but it could also sit like that. So if I change this view now this way, then it's not in line with where it was, if that makes sense. Sometimes you're lucky, but majority of the time you want to have the view that you're using and then go to that. Okay, so I would go to my view 2, okay, as we were, and sorry, let's rather use view 1, okay, and then I would move my part accordingly. Okay, now if I want to move my assembly obviously I click my assembly and I can move my assembly. But now if I want to move a part of my assembly, or say I want to move multiple assemblies, okay, all I have to do is control, select the other one, then I can actually move whatever I've selected in the same direction together, which is quite nifty. Okay, then now say I want to move one of these parts in my assembly. Very simple. You click on the little plus, you click on whichever one you want, and gives you your movement. Okay. There I've selected the part. So you don't have to select your obviously as well. So I was just going to get to that anyway. You can just select on the part. But as you can see, if I select on the part, like yeah, if I select that, only that plate's moving. If I want to move the assembly, I have to go on the left here, select the assembly. Then I can move the entire assembly. If you just select on the part, you'll only move that part. So that's the only thing you've got to be aware of. So then once I've done this, okay, I'm happy with my exploded view now. You say okay, it's going to go back like this. Expand, when it's got the little plus there, it means it hasn't been saved. It means you've changed it, hasn't been saved. So if you want it to stay like this, you right click, you say save, you say okay, and it will stay like that. Now I need to show you the other feature I had. So we right click, we click on explode, and you will see it will jump back together where it was. Then if I want my explode again, edit definition, right click and click on explode. Okay, this edit position is only if you're moving your parts, so please don't click on there and expect your exploded view to work for you. It's not going to work. Okay, so we click on the explode feature. Okay, simple. Now the third one I'm going to show you guys is simplified reps, which is actually probably one of your most handy items with this, so that you don't have to do multiple drawings, because sometimes you want half of your assembly, so you don't want all the parts, and you can't hide them, because then you're going to have issues with the way it looks or whichever. So you just want a simplified version of this, meaning you only want certain parts of this, but you don't want to have to make a whole new assembly just to show that. Okay, very, very easy. You're going to go to your simplified rep here. You're going to say new. You're going to say okay. It's going to pop up with this menu. Okay, now your simplified rep, you can now select what you want in your simplified rep. So if I only want this roller set, okay, and I only want this roller set, okay, and I say okay, then as you've seen, it hides all the rest. So now I'll show you in the drawing section. Now once you go to your drawing section, you can actually do this. So you're still using one model in your drawing layout and one assembly, but you have a simplified version, meaning you don't have all the components, all the parts in there. So it actually makes your life a lot easier. So this is a very nice feature, and once you've done that, it's there. You can go to your default rep and the other one will be back, and if you want to go back to that one, you just double click and it will go back to the simplified rep. So it's a very nice little feature. If you wanted to only have some of the parts inside of these parts, again, you go new, say okay, then you select down the little plus, and then you select, so we can say that one, let's just do these four. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like if I say okay, and there you've only now got those internal parts. See, very cool, very simple. There's the previous one, there's the original one. Okay, so that's your simplified reps. The name says it all, simplify. So very simple, easy, Very nice tool to use. It is very helpful. So now if we go to the actual drawing side of it, if I now say I add a page, okay, now I don't want to add another model, I don't want to make another assembly, I don't want to do any of that. Okay, we're going to right click, insert general view, say okay. Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my simplified rep section. Yeah, this one, sorry. Then all I'm going to say is rep 1 and say apply, and as you can see there's only the parts we had in rep 1, or rep 2, apply, only the parts we had in rep 2. Okay, so very simple. Now you've got only those, even though you haven't changed your model, because now you go to this one, there's still the model, and there's still the model. Okay, now if I want to use my exploded view, right click, insert, okay, click here. Now I'm going to go view display, view state, sorry, we're going to go master rep, apply, okay, we're going to go exploded, so we explode components in view, we're going to say expand, and we say apply, and as you can see there is our expanded view. Now again, you must just be careful which orientation you used, because if I go I need to use view 2, I believe, or no, sorry, it's view 1, and there it is like that. See, because if I go view 2 or if I go right, it's not going to show me what I wanted to see. Okay, this was the version we saved. So it depends what you want to do. I mean, you can use it to your advantage, but that's the gist of it. That's the way the features are actually going to work. So that's the way it will actually end up at the end of the day. So that is your simplified reps, that is your orient and your exploded view. That is the basic side of it. There's obviously a lot more features you can use with this and a lot more things you can do with this, but this is the beginner series, so this is the basics. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it's helpful. Have a good evening, guys. Hey guys, quick favor, if this video helped you, tap like. It tells YouTube my content is worth showing to more people. And hit subscribe if you want more quick tutorials, tips and real engineering tricks for Creo. More videos dropping every week. Have a great one, guys.